Hi folks, this is Ela and I'm going to show you how I use my computer laptop like a Lightbox. So I have two images over here on the right, and I'm going to show you the easy, better image to use first. So you can see I have some butterflies from an old poster that I took a photo of, and you can see there are some very light areas and some dark areas. And, while like this guy is very small and kind of hard to see, this guy right here, I don't know if you can see this guy right here, it's pretty clear. There's all these blobs. It's still going to be a lot of work to draw, but for me, this feels doable, right? These blobs are big enough that I can go in there and I can draw them. Now, one thing that's also really nice about using a Lightbox is that if I draw a picture, can you see that butterfly I did previously? I drew that when I traced that from another photo, and I can put more than one image on there. So I can have a couple of butterflies flying around on the same sheet of paper, and I can see where each one is. If I was to use carbon paper, the carbon paper would cover up my drawing and I wouldn't be able to tell exactly where each one was being placed. So I'll show you what it looks like when I actually trace an image. So I've got my pencil here. I like to use a pencil. And using a pencil means that I can erase the picture later. I'm not married to it. This is just me getting a sense of where everything is. And I can get as detailed as I want. I can make the lines as thick as it is in the original photo, or I can make them thinner. I'm going to keep this really simple just because I'm only doing this for demonstration purposes. I'm not going to do the whole thing in great detail. But here it is. I've got a butterfly almost done. So that's just a really simple version of it. So now I've got two butterflies on the piece of paper, and I could just keep adding more, as many as I want to. I could stick flowers in there. I can do anything I want. Now notice that it is very dark in this room. It's easiest to trace if it's dark and you've got that nice light dark contrast. The lights are out, and you can go ahead and just have some fun with it. If you do get some detail or you get kind of lost, just ask yourself what's really important, right? If you're drawing something and you want it to look realistic, you might have to add things or leave things out. There's always a little bit of editing involved, but we're keeping it simple and we're having fun here today. So I'm going to show you a different image. This is a trickier image to do. And I do a lot of images like this. Let's see, there we go. We've got this train here. And I've already done some editing on this image. I don't know if you can see, but I can take my cursor, here's my cursor, and I can bring it all the way up. And it says Tools up here. I'm going to click on where it says Tools. I'm going to go to where it says Adjust Color. And I can make the exposure darker or lighter, right? So sometimes you get an image that looks kind of dark like that, and it's hard to see the image through the paper. It's just, there's not as much to grasp, right? So you can change the exposure to increase or decrease how bright it is. You can change the contrast. There's all these different options that you can do to really make the light colors look light and the dark colors look dark, and it's just going to be easier to trace. Another thing is there's lots of teeny tiny detail in this picture. So if the detail is too small, maybe you just focus on the larger area. Right up here, it's a little bit easier to see. Over here, it's harder to see. So you don't have to do the whole photo, right? You have a choice of composition. And also you can, I'm going to touch the command button. This is me and a Mac. This may be different if you have a PC, but I hit the command button and I hit the plus sign, and look how much bigger that is. That's going to be a much easier image to trace because you can really see all these shapes. Another thing when you draw something really elaborate like this is that you're going to trace the image. And after the image is traced, you take it off from your computer monitor and you're going to look at it and you're going to compare your drawing to the photograph. And you're going to decide what you want to change. You know, what do you want to leave out? What do you want to simplify? You are the boss of your picture. And, you know, you may change it a little bit. You might change it a lot. It's up to you. But just, you know, ask yourself what is important? What do you really want to include? So, yeah, I hope you find this helpful. I hope you give this a try on your own. It's really cool to know that you have a Lightbox already if you have a computer that you can use. So I hope you enjoy this, and yeah, have fun. Bye-bye.